What's up, gravy babies, gravy boats, gravy biscuits? I am currently getting my oil changed at one of those express oil places. Please don't tell my father I've done this, because he would be furious that I'm spending the money at a place like this. Got my cool glasses on. I'm gonna make these people think I'm weird as fuck. That's my whole goal right now. I hope you guys can hear me. Carmen's dealing with some stuff. I had to go back to Florida this week. DJ is dealing with the storm. Now, I hope all of you are safe and dry and not having to deal with too many issues. I had to go to the doctor today. This is not going to be a full episode. I'll be surprised if I make it 10 minutes. I'll be honest with you. Particularly because I don't plan on this lasting any longer than it takes for them to change my oil. So this is the oil change episode. A reminder to everyone out there to change your oil. Get your fluids checked. And that goes for your cars and your bodies. For all the older ladies, gentlemen, and beauties beyond the binary. What's new in my life? Almost nothing this week. I did some comedy in Knoxville. I started a new gig, and it's terrible. It's not good out there. I don't know if any of you are looking for jobs or you're stuck in one you hate, but I feel for you if that's the case. And I'm sorry that it's been so hard, because I have been doing gigs as an attorney. It's boring to explain exactly what I do, but they're temporary. And I used to do this in New York, and they treated me pretty badly, and I was fine with it because I could control my schedule for the most part, and it was a decent paying job for New York. The pay's less, than it was 8 years ago. They pay you less than they did 8 years ago, and they treat you so much worse. Every job I've had, they've been like, this will last about a month or two. I guess they say that to get you to apply. And then 5 days later, they're like, thank you for your time. We don't need you anymore. We're done with this project. What a great way to live. Anyway, I don't want to complain too much because I've been able to sustain that. I know there's people who are looking for work out there, but it has been humbling for your boy. The only reason I'm doing it is I can work from home and mostly control my schedule. So I guess that's the trade-off, right? We're all doing trade-offs right now. I've been thinking a lot about the election coming up. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this lesbian, Chappell Roan, this lesbian pop star. And thank God Jojo Siwa invented queer pop, because now we've got Chappell Roan. I'm obsessed with this little lesbian. Chappell Roan's voice is just something else. The way she does runs and structures her songs, incredible. There's a lot of discourse about her right now. I want to talk about two of them. One, I'm very unqualified to talk about, but I'll say it that way. I'm unqualified to opine, but I'm going to do it anyway. One is, her most popular song is Good Luck Babe, and the premise of the song is essentially an old lover is now with a man. And it's like, well, good luck with that, babe. And there's a lot of discourse online between the lesbians and the bisexuals about if this is about a lesbian or a bisexual. The bisexuals are saying this is a woman who's attracted to men and women. She left her, the singer, Chappell Roan, for a man. And she's saying, well, good luck with that guy. And the lesbians are saying, no, this is a closeted woman who is attempting to pretend she's straight. And that's why she's with a man. Now, I don't understand why that fight matters that much, but it does to them, so I'm with it. But I was curious, so I looked it up. And it turns out Chappell Roan wrote the song about a bisexual. Hey, the bisexuals are right. But then she says in the same interview, but I realized the song was actually about me and who I would have been if I hadn't have realized who I actually am in my heart. So it was also about a lesbian. So, as usual, the straight man who just wants to get along with everybody is telling all the women, you're all right. None of you are wrong. You're all correct. You're all valid. Please don't be mad at me. Now, the other Chappell Roan discourse that I want to get into, though, is about politics. And we are in a time right now where it's very volatile, and I understand that and understand why, and understand why people's hackles are up. Donald Trump makes people feel bad. It makes people feel bad. But that being said, I think we're getting a little ridiculous on the Democrat, left, whatever you want to say, side with the standards we're trying to hold people to. Chappell Roan, if you don't know, said she won't endorse Kamala Harris. And she said she won't endorse the Democratic Party right now because the leaders seem to not give enough of a shit about trans people or Palestinians. And then people lost their mind and called her immature. They said some like really shitty, condescending things. You know how Democrats are. We're not racist or homophobic, but we sure can make you look stupid. They're basically like, this little girl needs to grow up. So then she came out with another video and was like, I'm getting a lot of hate. People don't seem to understand what I'm saying. I didn't say I'm voting for Donald Trump or that I'm not going to vote for Kamala Harris. I am going to vote for Kamala Harris, in fact. But I'm not going to endorse her. There's a difference between I'll vote for her and I will put myself and my project that I'm working on full-throated behind this person and this party. That is one of the most sincere and respectable things you can say. Let me say this. I don't know if I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris. I will not full-throat endorse her. I have been shitting on her since she ran for president. Top cop, putting fucking homeless moms in jail and shit like that. As you guys know, for me, fuck a prosecutor. And let me just explain real quick. When I said I don't know if I'm going to vote for her, I live in Tennessee now. It's not going to matter. So I have the privilege of not worrying about it too much. But what we're witnessing with Israel right now, on our phones, dead babies, piles of rubble, cities pummeled, now they're attacking Lebanon. They came out and said, actually, we don't even consider Lebanon a state anymore because of what Hezbollah is doing and how it's terrorism. And it's like, all right, I can get hating Hezbollah, but the IDF's pretty gnarly and the Mossad is fucking insane. Does that mean we don't consider Israel state? It's just a bullshit war that's used the horrible tragedy as pretext for Israel to expand its empire in the region with the backing of our country. And for a young lady who's on her first world tour, her career's blown up, for her to like have the time and energy to be aware of all that and then speak on it intelligently, and then people on the left and Democrats to just like shit on her and be so condescending. When I say this not from a place of like wanting to be right or wanting to like be a guy who's got these snappy hot takes. I'm telling folks, if you're listening right now and you care about Democrats and them winning and the future of America being in control of the Democratic Party, if that's something that means something to you, then you need to understand this. This is genuinely one of the party's biggest problems. That you condescend as a group to anyone who has a different idea about how things could be, especially progressives. People who are saying, we can be better than this, and you go, grow up. That cynicism mixed with that, frankly, arrogance is off-putting. And sometimes, like in the case of genocide, disgusting, frankly. So, if you think Chappell Roan should endorse Kamala Harris, that's fine. If you think the fact that she's not is something that gives you license to say she needs to grow up and be condescending, you're an asshole. So there, that's my little we're doing politics today because Carmen and DJ aren't here. Don't be an asshole. Because it won't work. It will not work. To quote Trey Crowder on Bill Maher, do you want to win or do you want to be right? And that's all I got to say about that. The only other thing I wanted to talk about, I think this is so funny. Andy got this little thing, and I'm pretty into it. It's called a boom boom stick. And I guess it was marketed to her in her little crunchy world as, I don't know, I think there's something wrong with my car. They can't figure it out. Jason is not doing well at the moment. He's brought in Wayne, who's much older and has a sweeter beard. Guys, if you got to call Wayne in, that's not a good sign. Anyway, we're going to talk about marketing real quick. This boom boom stick stuff was marketed to Andy, the little crunchy hippie, on her algorithm as a way to open up breathing and like help with her yoga type stuff. Annie doesn't do yoga, but that's the kind of feed she has. That's what's going on in her algorithm. Is this little thing was sent to her and said, hey, you're crunchy, you're into crystals, you're into stretching, this will help you breathe good. But this same stick was on my algorithm. When she got them, I go, oh, I saw that, but I couldn't remember how. This same stick was on my algorithm, advertised to me as doing bumps. I love this country so much. All this is mint. It just kind of makes you go like that. And I love that the company was like, well, we can get the crunchies to do it by telling them this is like some Dr. Wim Hof method breathing type shit. All right? Get your chakra aligned. And then we can get jackasses who wear purple sunglasses when they're getting their oil change to do it if we say, hey, this is basically Coke. And it's not. Thank God. So anyway, that's a little marketing 101. Know what people want. Ooh, you hear it breaking up that snot in there? They should market it to old ladies too. You tired of your fucking husband snoring all goddamn night because he won't admit he has allergies or go to the fucking doctor? Hell, I'm all right. Last thing I want to talk about, actually, that reminds me. I went to my doctor the other day, and my doctor has one of those things where you go in and you talk to the lady, and then you can go right or left, and the sign says sick, not sick. That's a cool thing for a doctor to have. I was there to get blood work done. I am not sick, or I wasn't then. I might be now. Oh, I am now. This is why. Okay. So I went in there, and then on the sick side, there were two ladies with masks on who were there for the doctor, and they were sick. And I was like, oh, that's cool that we can go to the unsick side. Get over there, there's 3 men other than me. 2 more showed up. 4 of the 5 men were coughing. But they were on the unsick side. That is, in a nutshell, what Appalachian toxic masculinity is. Hell, I ain't sick. Sick? I ain't sick. I don't need to be sitting on the sick side. I just got a little cough. These motherfuckers were snotting and hacking and coughing, and I just realized that is why I'm now sick. I got sick at my doctor. Boom, boom, baby. All right. We made it to 12 and a half. That's pretty good. Asheville. 2 shows October 4th. Going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to get DJ to come with me. If you guys are nearby that, come. If you'd rather do Bristol and you're near there, that's November 8th and 9th. I got Chattanooga, October 18th or 19th, whatever the Friday is. That next Saturday, I got Atlanta. I'm going to be in St. Augustine, Florida, in November 23rd. I do think I'm going to do a Knoxville show soon. I feel like there was another one, but maybe there's not. Zany's Nashville at the end of the year with Well Red. Who knows? Might be the last Well Red show ever. Free Palestine. Fuck people who are arrogant. And boom, boom, baby.